Hello, hi, folks. Welcome. Happy Monday. In hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. I am Sean Azimi with SideGigSean.com, where I help you look, start, and grow your side business. Welcome. Good to see you. Actually, I'm able to do this at a decent hour today, and I'm excited. I'm gonna talk about one of my favorite guys in television, if you would. And this guy was an interesting guy. This goes back to the days, but if you don't know who Charlie Chaplin is, you're gonna get to know him a little bit tonight. He was actually a very interesting guy. He died in 1977. I think he was 88 years old when he passed. He was born in the late 1800s, 1880 something. And he was born in London. And he was a composer, an actor, a filmmaker, if you would, a comedian. And his rise was, well, it was back in the day, obviously. So his rise was in the silent movies. Back then there was no sound, so he was one of those guys. And he was a character. He was an interesting guy. One time, this is going to be a short one, but it's so powerful. So this guy, one time he gets up in front of a crowd and for a speech, Charlie Chaplin. If you're joining me live, let me know you're here. I don't know who's here, who's not here. I see there are people here, but I just don't know who's here, who's not here. So maybe throw a comment or, love, hate, something. So he gets up and he's giving a speech in front of some folks, and he starts off by telling a joke. He tells a joke, and everybody obviously laughs, and everybody gets a kick out of it. And then he kind of pauses for a second, and then he tells the same joke again. And there are some people who still find it funny, but kind of like, what the heck? And people laugh again, not everybody, but some people laugh again. And he's kind of observing everybody. And then he pauses again. And then he tells the same joke again for the third time. This time, barely anybody laughs, if maybe one or two, and nobody really gets it. What the heck is going on, right? He gives the same joke 3 times in a row at the same speech, and so he pauses after the third one. Obviously, not like I said, maybe 1 or 2 people laugh. After he pauses, he turns around to the audience and says, "PK, what's going on? Welcome." So he turns to the audience after that, and he says, "Dahlia, how are you? Welcome. Good to see you." I don't know how long you guys have been here. Maybe you can circle back, because the beginning of the story is, the beginning of the story. So at a normal time, I know, right? So he pauses after the third time, and he kind of waits, and hello. And he turns to the audience and he says, "I just told the same joke 3 times in a row. And by the third time, nobody laughed in the audience. In fact, nobody found the joke funny anymore. The first time you did, first time you heard it and you laughed because you thought it was funny. Second time, third time, was like, it's not even funny anymore." Pauses, and he says, "Some of you do the same thing with the wounds and the pains that you have." So powerful. The wounds and the pains that you have. Oh, I just played with my seat and I just went down. You with the wounds and the pains you have, what you do is you carry it and you repeat it and you repeat it and you repeat it. So how is it that the same joke is not funny after 3 times, but the same pain is painful even after 10 times. You just repeat it. And I think that's just so powerful. If we could treat our pains or our pain points or our wounds like jokes, not that they're jokes, but treat them like jokes so that after a while, it just doesn't hurt anymore. You're more focused on growing out of it. Andrea, how are you? Welcome, welcome. I'm good to see you. I'm about to wrap this up, so hopefully you can watch the replay. But isn't that amazing? Because we treat that we treat the jokes the same thing, right? If I tell you the same joke 3 times in a row, you'd be like, dude, it's not funny anymore, right? But you would like to tell your pain story to me over and over and over again, or you tell it to yourself over and over again, or anybody you see, you want to tell that story over and over again. So you kind of repeat it over and over and over again. And he's saying then, how is it that the same joke repeated is not fun anymore, but the same pain repeated, you keep doing it? Think about that for a second. And so the next time and this was so good for me because this is definitely hits home for me. But with this, the next time you're coming to a pain point, stop, check it out, evaluate, say, hey, listen, is this a repeat? Sean, is this a repeat? Do you have this on, repeat, or is it a new one? And from there you can deal with it. If it's a repeat, you got to toss it out. You can't have the same effect. And if it's a new one, then you get to deal with it. So with that, hopefully you guys got some love, some inspiration, some value from this. One takeaway from my boy Charlie Chaplin in the comments. Drop your one takeaway down in the comments below. Let this feed grow. And hey, if you feel like this was worthy of sharing, do what you gotta do. Spread the love. Tag a couple people, share it on your wall. You know the thing. And with that, I am Sean Azimi with SideGeekSean.com, where I help you look, start, and grow your side business. Signing off until tomorrow when we do it all over again. Much love.